Coming up next, my top 5 favorite unisex fragrances. And when I say unisex, you know, I think all perfumes are essentially unisex, but these are more what I would consider traditionally feminine leaning fragrances. So for all my female viewers out there, this is going to be a video you want to see because these are going to be what are considered traditionally more feminine, but I wear them and I think they're great for men or women. Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to JoelTheNose here at Osme Perfumery. On a very busy day, as you can see, lots of people in here and a lot of excitement, a lot of people trying new stuff. So, all right, let's get right into this. You know, just briefly at the outset, my feelings on unisex versus masculine versus feminine. I think all perfumes are unisex. Think about this. Is food or music or some type of artistic form like that considered feminine or masculine? Do you think the fragrance notes that are put into a perfume know whether they are, quote, masculine or feminine? You know, just because this traditional notion that floral notes are feminine and leather notes, or, you know, or maybe ambery notes or woody notes are more masculine is really, I mean, a joke. So, having said that, there are definitely, you know, people associate, again, something more feminine versus more masculine. I'm going to tell you about 5 fragrances here that most people consider more feminine, but I consider them really the epitome of great unisex fragrances. Let's get right into this. And this is in no particular order. I'm not ranking them 1 to 5, but I will say, just for purposes of counting down, this is number 5, and that is, you can see there, let's see, let me get the focus going, sorry. Okay, there we go. This is Ghost in the Shell from Etat Libre d'Orange, the French niche house. I've bought this a few times for female friends of mine, but I also like, I'll be honest, I bought it because I like the smell of it on them and I want to smell it. So this is one, again, that I think can be worn equally for men or women. It's a beautiful, I would call it like a sexy skin smell. Really exquisite, really good for women. It drives me crazy. So for all the women out there, if you're looking for a fragrance that is great to attract your man or to drive them crazy, Ghost in the Shell is one of those fragrances that I think will do it for you. And again, for men, perfect fragrance to wear also, perfect unisex. Next, from Majda Bakali, this is Fusion Sacri. Fusion Sacri, you can see it there. This is the 100 ml bottle. This is a kind of sweet, spicy, almost kind of cinnamon-y fragrance that, again, I think a lot of people will associate with feminine. If you come in here to Osme, I can tell you from speaking to the owners, Maurice and Babica, that this is one of the best-selling fragrances to their women clientele. So this is, again, something that would be considered traditionally feminine leaning. I wear this one, it's in my collection. Fusion Sacri, to me, is one of the classic powerhouse French niche fragrances. Majda Bakali, again, the bottles goes without saying how really artistic they are, with the wood top and the almost flat stone looking bottle. So again, Fusion Sacri, perfect unisex fragrance that a lot of people may have considered more feminine. Let's go next. This came out in the last roughly year or so from Veronica, by the legend in the perfume industry, from Estee Lauder to just, you know, heading up corporate America and really the world perfume industry, out on her own over the last 2 or 3 years with her own niche house by her name, Veronica by, as you can see there. And this is Le Point G. Le Point G translates from French to English as the G spot. So no further explanation there, I think, as far as what this means. But don't be confused, even though it's named after a female erogenous zone. This is wonderful, wonderful for both men and women. course, it's great on women. I love it. This has a smell of iris and skin again. So it's a different skin smell from Ghost in the Shell, which is a little more sweeter. This is a little bit more, less sweet, more iris. I don't think there's iris in Ghost in the Shell, but that iris here, really, I found over the years, as I've studied iris more and become more familiar with it, is great for fragrances that smell more like sweat and skin, and, you know, without going further detail, you know what I'm talking about. So La Pointe G, just to show you again, so you guys can see, beautiful bottle. The gold, by the way, the gold and kind of the silver represents the colors of Paris, where Veronique originally is from. So, next, I'm gonna go with Nicolai Parfums, and this is Vanille Tonka. Vanille Tonka, take a look there, guys, you can see. Had this in my collection personally for probably 3 years now, and what better combination than vanilla and tonka? It gives you that kind of sweet smell that you would think, again, traditionally is gonna land a lot more feminine, so this is an excellent fragrance for women. It's one of these all-day great fragrances you could put on in the morning, go to work, whatever your job may be, and I think this is a super utilitarian, useful fragrance for those who are looking for a good day-to-day fragrance for all my female viewers and for all my male viewers, because again, this is truly unisex. But I think what sets this apart, besides the wonderful tonka and vanilla combination, is the incense. The incense in this kind of really keeps it from going what would be considered, quote, too sweet, almost gourmandish, because tonka is a very sweet note. It's similar to vanilla. It's got a little bit more of a nuttiness and a nutty accord to it. But Vanille Tonka, very simple, vanilla Tonka, it is what it is. This one is one of those almost figurative descriptions or figurative names, because it basically is what it is. Great fragrance. And last but not least, that leaves me with, from the niche house Eris, E-R-I-S, you'll see it here, Belle de Jour. Belle de Jour. This one is a little bit more daring. This is for all my subscribers and viewers out there who like something with a little bit of a challenge. Barbara Herman, the founder, creative director for Eris, has written many books, really has, you know, one of the classic books where she goes through the classic perfumes of all time and writes a really good description on them. So she knows her stuff, and I like what she's done. She has, for most of her perfumes, has employed Anton Lee, the wonderful perfumer who is also a little bit avant-garde and takes risks. So this house is about taking risks. This is, whether you talk about Ma Bette, which is one of the muskiest, dirtiest, really just in-your-face musk perfumes, to Scorpio Rising, which I love, one of my newer fragrances. But Belle de Jour is one of these that it has not only this feminine, I say feminine kind of white flower accord, but it also has this kind of like saltiness and almost like this little stickiness. I wouldn't say marine-like, but it's got a salty, just edgy, combined with the floral. It's a combination that you don't normally see or think about, but I think it works wonderfully here. Belle de Jour, again, for all the subscribers, especially my women subscribers who are looking at this and saying, hey, I want something a little bit more unisex, a little bit more daring, check out Belle de Jour. Okay, there you have it, guys. That is my top 5 right now. I always say that because that list always changes, depends on my taste, my mood, and what I'm really into during that period of time. Love these 5, again, for unisex, men or women. Don't be afraid to put it on your skin and see how it reacts with your body chemistry. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.